might be the right one. We'll soon find out. Whose idea was this?
It says waiting for you.
Oh no, now what's going on?
Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay. Is that... seems to be working? Ah, it is working.
Oh, God. Hello.
Oh, my goodness me.
It's been a nightmare trying to sort this out. I say it's a nightmare. It's not a nightmare for me. I just feel stressed watching you sorting it out. But yeah.
Why did we think we would do our first YouTube live when we're not at home, relying on the internet? But yay, we are working. So hi Paige, hi Julie. Oh, this is exciting. We are sat inside, obviously, with the wallpaper. So brilliant. Oh, amazing.
This wasn't obviously the original plan, but here we are after yesterday.
Yes, yesterday. We'll tell you all about yesterday in a minute, but oh, it was a day.
Yeah, it really was a day. But it's a new day today, so it's fine. We're good. Oh. Now that we're live on here anyway and it's actually working.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, goodness me. So I hope you're all well. I'm sorry for anyone who did rock up yesterday and was waiting around thinking, how do we stitch you up? I did manage to see the live chat after the fact and could see people saying, oh, maybe they're stuck in the park market or maybe they're busy having spicy fries. Both would have been quite possible options. I can understand that. But yeah.
We were just having a nightmare. It's like basically what happened. Yeah. And you said that there was 50-something people waiting at one point, which just made you feel even more pressure. Because it's like, oh my God, everyone's like made the effort to join. And yeah. And we couldn't even like message anyone to say sorry. But we thought, like, we knew people were kind of wanting to see us do a live, and we really were looking forward to it. Like, we were really looking forward to just maybe trying this out, seeing how it goes. I think it'll be good. Like, it's a good way for us to be able to chat more about things like views on Center Parcs news, which we'll come on to in a bit. Just kind of have a general chit chat about things, chat more to people in the live chat on here, and then. It makes it a bit easier as well, because I know that the videos, obviously once they're posted, and then you kind of there's in that same connection. But yeah. So let's give it a few minutes. We've had lots of coffee this morning already. We've been up since, I was awake at 5:30 this morning. We've taken Harper out for a walk. Yeah, I got woke up by my alarm actually at 6 o'clock. So that must have been after a decent sleep though, to be fair, because I think, because it had just been one of them days, we lay down on the sofa last night and I was like, I just want to go to bed. Yeah. I'm done. I'm done. It happens, doesn't it? But yeah, feeling much more positive when we woke up this morning.
Yes,
so,
absolutely. We were like, right, we've got Wi-Fi, we'll try again. So at least this is working. That's great. Right, I'm going to quick look who's come along. So hi Ben, Lurk, Beth, hi Beth. We've got Mackinac, Jesse, hi Jesse, you've got Drew.
Paige.
Oh, Paige.
Yeah.
So look, 14 of you joining us this morning. Oh, 20 apparently on here.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, obviously there's nothing better to do on a rainy Saturday morning. So let's recap our day yesterday to start with, just to explain the day we had. We didn't vlog yesterday because we had planned, but we would just rock up nice and early, 2 p.m. early check-in, and then we thought we'll go live with you guys, have a chit chat, and that would be a nice way to start our holiday. And then we are going to vlog today and tomorrow with 2 videos that we've got planned. But we were like, we won't bother filming Friday, arrival day. And I'm really glad we didn't, because there probably would have been an awful lot of swearing yesterday.
Yeah. There actually was in person.
Yeah. So yesterday we set off from North Devon. We live in North Devon, obviously. We set off nice and early. We were like well ahead of our schedule. We'd like got a car packed. We'd like had a tidy up because it's nice, isn't it, to like tidy up before you go. So when you come back and you're like, look at this clean house. And we hit the road. What time?
We hit the road at 10:30, which should have got us here really early. And I was like, oh no, it's fine, because then we'll get there. We'll just park the car up somewhere because we've got Harper, so obviously we always have to consider that. We'll just sit somewhere, and I've made some sandwiches. But we'll just sit and eat those sandwiches. We're fine.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, it just was not meant to be. It took us 2 hours to even get to the motorway from our house.
Which should take an hour, just for context.
Yeah.
So normally it's like, we live in like North Devon, the arse end of nowhere, and normally it's like an hour to get from where we are by the sea to the motorway. And it took us 2 hours. So already we were like, oh, this is not looking great.
Yeah. But then like from just there on in, it was just problem after problem of traffic, but traffic for like no reason. You know, like if there's an accident, I'll sit there all day long because at least it's not us that's in the accident. But yeah, there just seems to be nothing happening, and like road closures. And then when we finally got close to Center Parcs, and I started to feel the stress go after the drive, and then like all the road got blocked up down this country lane because like some kind of like truck was coming down. It was all causing chaos.
Yeah.
But then when we got to the road, it closed 3 minutes before, which then added a 20-minute diversion on. Now, bear in mind, we were less than 5 minutes from Center Parcs at this point. I had to go all back the way we had come. And you know, when you're just like, oh my God. Then when we got to the check-in queue was right the way back when we finally got in. We had early check-in. We were already past the point of that. Yeah, and then when we got here, we got to the lodge. The lodge is beautiful.
Yeah.
Really like the lodge. The outlook out the back is amazing. I've put some pictures on my Instagram stories if you've seen that. But the location for getting to everything is great as well.
Yeah. This is the first time we've been in this lodge. This is 399, which is in the Pine area.
Pine.
So it's right at the top of Pine area towards the Wessex Way, which is open for that 1 week a year. You know, we close again next week probably.
It's one of the new dog lodges,
Yeah.
which is why we've never stopped in it before. So
And it is really nice. A lot of space. The main bedroom's got lots of space. And nice outlook. So we'd got in, we unpacked, we were like, okay, cool, we're fine. One of my priorities once we got unpacked was checking that YouTube Live would work. So I did a little unlisted one here, just literally me just filming myself going blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes, it's gonna work, great. So off we merrily went, dropped our car in the car park, went for a little swim. Swimming was really good, really quiet. It was great, we were in there about 3:30 maybe?
Yeah. So everyone was like queuing up right now, you know, like all the carnage that we try and avoid by having the early check-in. So it worked nicely for us on that occasion.
It did, and the outdoor pool is open again because it had been closed this week for some planned maintenance, and I know a few people, their break was affected by that, but it's open, so we were able to go in the outside pool. We went down the rapids, we did both of the big slides, and maybe Typhoon and the other one.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Somebody will say it in the chat very quickly.
Yeah, hopefully someone will. And I had been on that before, but it was during COVID times with Lee, so it was like going on a new slide for me. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, and like literally 3 minute queue for both of them. So yeah.
Yeah, so when we go back to the pool later or tomorrow, I'm sure it won't be quite that short a queue, but we will go and do it, and we'll film it for one of the vlogs. We went into the park market, and then we came back merrily like, oh, this is all good. And then we were like, oh, my internet's not working. Is yours? Oh no, my internet's not working.
I thought it was me who clocked it first of all, and I just thought, I always have problems with technology. I thought, of course, my internet's not working. So I just kind of mentioned it to you in a passing comment, and then we just started getting ready, didn't we? And then, it wasn't working at all.
Yes, tropical cyclone. Thanks, Liv. Yes, it is a tropical cyclone. Of course it is. The typhoon and the tropical cyclone.
Oh yes, I was talking about the typhoon before. Yeah. We probably picked up on that. Oh well.
So then we were like, oh, okay, well, we'll just leave it for a bit and see if the internet comes back. And I thought, well, we'll try on 4G, although we are in the middle of the forest. So if anyone did catch the live yesterday, I did manage to watch a bit back, and you get a few very jittery shots of me very close and then like going, hello, is this working?
At least people knew we were trying.
Yeah.
It was very stressful.
Yes, it was. And not having any internet, and not being able to like put a message out or post anything. And yeah, I know lots of people were waiting. So again, sorry if you were waiting, completely out of our control. Really gutted, but glad that you did turn up. And I'm sure you found something equally as good to do the rest of your evening.
And also, at that, we only found out that it was sideways because I was walking up the road trying to connect to different things and see it, so at least I could tell you. But I ended up managing to find out because I went through my phone and looked at my call history, and I managed to find that I'd made a call to Warminster in April 2023. So I just called that number in the hope that it was guest services here, and it was.
Yeah.
And I just said to the lady on the phone, is it across the whole site? And she was like, yeah, sorry. And I thought, well, at least we know now, because we're getting stressed out trying to fix this. And if it's across the site, then it's just not working. We've got no internet on our phones. Just one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah. So you might think at that point, okay, well, that's the end of the day of dramas. But no, because then we were like, okay, it's out of our control. We're just here, scoffing, spilling our faces with, well, you'd burnt your hand.
Well,
We hadn't got a lighter for the barbecue. We filled up the lighter at home, and somebody had forgot to pack it. So yeah, so we couldn't light the barbecue, but we planned to do yesterday in amongst rain showers as well. And we were like, oh dear, we're those people without a lighter. So we tried to like light it from the hob, pass it around and run out of it. And I was like, we're gonna set the smoke alarm off.
Yeah.
So we quickly avoided that and abandoned that plan. Then we cooked the food that we're having in the oven. And then as I'm desperately trying to get this to work, you were getting the food out of the oven and burnt your finger.
So I now have 3 blisters on my hand as well, just to top it off.
Yeah. So any activities this weekend, you know, that like he's gonna be like, oh, it's because of my bad fingers why I won.
Yeah. But the food was lovely when it was done. It just weren't barbecued, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be. It's one of those things. It was my fault. I forgot it. Oh well, we made the most of it. I've got 3 burns. Job's a good one. But then,
Yeah.
as we were sitting down here, there's a firework display, which obviously we wasn't expecting. We knew that there's something local going on with like the Longleat.
Yeah, so at Longleat House, or like the Longleat Safari Park area, they do that annual Icons of the Sky, which is the hot air balloon stuff. And we've been at the Center Parcs, we've been at Longleat before when the balloons have gone off, and it's quite nice, you can catch a few glimpses and stuff. But this year, which they definitely didn't have in previous years that we've been, they've added in some big grand fireworks. And this isn't like a little home display fireworks, this was like bombs are dropping. So we're like here, just like finally, this is about just coming up to 8 o'clock. We're like, okay, this is kind of not being the day we planned, but we can still turn it around. We're still gonna have an amazing weekend in our favourite place. And then the bomb starts dropping, and we're like, what the heck? So we're like, okay, it's fireworks. And then Harper, our dog, who is from the Dogs Trust, he's a rescue dog, and he is very sensitive to fireworks. So if we're at home, you know, all around Halloween bonfire night, we know we've got like this Thunder Vest thing. So we've got this thing, not an ad, obviously. But it's always like wrap him up in this, so it gives him all snug to try and calm him down. We try and be calm. We put music or TV on or stuff. But yeah, that yesterday going off, we were like, oh no.
And then I looked on my phone because I did manage to get just about enough internet to get on there, and I was like, oh, for God's sake, it's on every night. So we've now had to re-evaluate all our plans because we can't leave Harper in here by himself for all the evening. So we've had to kind of like rearrange it so that we're back here every evening now. But
yeah,
it's just one of those things. He comes first and his welfare. So yeah, you know, we wouldn't leave him in here if he's going to be nervous by himself. So yeah. So that was that was just all right. I'm done. Like. Let's go to bed.
Yeah, so we went to bed feeling a bit defeated, but I've woken up this morning, we're like, what a place to wake up.
Yeah.
The sun is shining at the moment. I think the weather this weekend is going to be a bit hit and miss.
Yeah.
But we'll be darting in and out of the rain showers. But yeah, so that was our yesterday. So, so I can see a few questions, a bit in the chat already from people asking about, have you had spicy fries yet? Not yet. So this weekend we are, it's just the 2 of us and Harper. We're doing one video that we're going to film for you guys today and one tomorrow. Today, we are going to do all new things at Center Parcs Longleat. So there's been quite a lot of new stuff that's happened and been put in place here in the last kind of 12 months or so since we were here. So look at Dave's beard.
Are you a fan of the beard? Do you like the beard? Do you not like the beard?
I like the beard. So we're doing all new things today. So we're going to show you some of the new activities, any of the new foods, and just kind of do all of that as one video for today. And then tomorrow's video is going to be the video where I've not planned our day, you've not planned our day, but some of you have planned our day, because we asked you what the perfect day at Center Parcs looks like, and I asked you on my Instagram back in the summer before the activities opened up, and then I have booked. So you have no idea what we're doing tomorrow.
No, I don't, so I'm looking forward to finding out.
Yeah, there could be spicy loaded fries, there could not be spicy loaded fries, depends what you guys said.
It better be good, or I'm going to be pissed off with everyone.
Yeah, but at least I'm not to blame. So yeah, so that's the plan. So new stuff today, and then some of your favourites and some of the things that you rate tomorrow. So today we are going to do the adventure nets. We're off to do that this morning. We did the tag challenge arena at Sherwood in the summer, and that video should be edited in the next month maybe. And that was really good fun. It was exhausting. It was. It left us feeling very old afterwards.
Yeah. Loved it though.
Yeah, and so we're looking forward to trying it here, even though it's outdoors and with nets as well. So we'll see how that goes. We are then going to go and try the new adventure golf course they've got here as well. And then we're going for some new food options they've got.
Yeah.
And then some other new bits this afternoon. I'm not going to spoil it all for you. You'll have to make sure you watch that video when it's out.
Yeah. Of course, or follow along on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll get some snippets on there beforehand if you're interested.
Yeah, there'll be plenty on both of our Instagrams throughout today and tomorrow. And tomorrow, if there is anything like audience interaction, if there's any chance to sort of say, okay, what should we pick from the menu, for example, then we'll see. But yeah. Right, gonna have a quick look at the live chat because it's flying through and see what else is coming in. Right, scroll up a bit and then we can see. So we're going to say hi Ian and Julie, hi Tracy, and Joseph asked what activities do you have planned. Yeah, we've just answered that one hopefully. Hopefully all the dramas are out of the way. I blooming hope all the dramas are out of the way now.
They better be, or I'll be in the car driving home.
Yeah. But from this point onwards, whatever happens, we'll be filming it, so it could be a really good video. Yeah, Jesse, arrival days they can be chaotic, can't they? They can feel a bit like that. But also, like, we thought, like, not vlogging it, we were like, oh, it should be really nice and easy. We'll just rock up and
normally, once like your car's back and you sit down, it's all just done, isn't it? And you like have a glass of wine or whatever you want to do, and like all of that chaos that has like kind of like dissolves, and you're like, yes, this is what it's all about. Just didn't yesterday, wasn't it? Wasn't our day.
Lots of people saying, ouch, poor Dave. Hi, Nicola. Well.
God, I'm struggling to keep up with all of these comments.
Best place to eat out there. That's a good question. Best place to eat out. You're like, oh. The sports cafe?
Yeah.
This is a lie. I can't edit you out of anything here, so behave.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to have to be the spicy chips for me. We're going to have to move on from that question because I'm thinking about other things. Oh
yeah, so this is don't skip over here. Look, Dave. Now you guys have passed 3,000 subscribers. Are you doing pottery painting?
Did I ever agree to that? I don't know if I did agree to that.
I'm sure you did.
Well, I suppose if someone can find the footage and send it to me agreeing that I would do pottery painting at 3,000 subscribers, I'm a man of my word and I will do it.
Yeah. Hi Adam, hope you and Liv are both well.
Hello everyone. There's lots of comments from people saying hello, so sorry if we've missed anyone as well.
Imagine everyone chose a pottery session for you to do tomorrow. We'll be interested to hear what you think about the nets. I miss the old crazy golf course. Yeah, there is a risk, and I have coached you this morning, haven't I? I said we're going to be open-minded. We're going to approach today, whatever the new activities are, with an open mind. But in the back of my brain, I'm a little bit like, oh, the old adventure golf course here at Longleat was really, really good, wasn't it? You had the King Arthur theme, you had the smoking dragon bit and stuff. It was just really fun. I really liked the adventure golf here.
Yeah, so did I. And obviously we were disappointed when Sherwood redid theirs. We didn't think it was that fun. It might have looked a bit more upmarket, but I think crazy golf is supposed to be fun, not upmarket, isn't it? But yeah.
Are the rapids back open? Yes, they were open yesterday for us, so hopefully that will continue through the weekend. I know they hadn't planned maintenance work over the past week, and that did affect some people. And I do agree, but there could probably be more that Center Parcs could do to like make you aware of that. I know they post it on their website, in the same way they had posted on the website about the icons of the sky, hot air balloon stuff happening this weekend. But unless you are actively checking the website and going into the village you're going to for that information, you're not going to know it, are you? So, but they have got the app now, and we both have the app on our phones. Probably could do a push notification to say stuff. If the Wi-Fi is working. If the Wi-Fi is down, they can't push it.
Yeah, and also I suppose one of the issues that you'd be facing, if they push notifications for everything, then you just kind of swipe off it, don't you, and you don't pay any attention. Yeah. So it is a difficult one, but they do need to kind of rethink about something like that.
Yeah. We played pickleball and loved pickleball is exhausting.
It was hard. We spent most of the time on the other people's courts because the ball kept going over there. We're not very good at that court kind of thing.
Yeah, are you better than we were, Tracy? Did you manage to keep the balls on your courts? Because pickleball was hard work for us. The spicy loaded beard. Will you be going to Center Parcs for Winter Wonderland this year? Yes, we are going to Center Parcs for Winter Wonderland this year. Twice.
Unless the plans change, but as it stands at the moment.
As it stands at the moment, we are. So we're really, really excited to be going back to Center Parcs Winfell up in Cumbria at the end of November, beginning of December, isn't it?
Yeah, if we ever make it there, because I mean, when the journeys are this bad when you go into all the other Center Parcs, God knows how long it's going to take us to get to Winfell.
If we just leave now, we might get there in time.
Yeah.
So we've only been to Winfell once because it is the other end of the country for us. It's so far away. But we did really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to going back to Winfell just to really take it all in and to see how they do Winter Wonderland, to see how it all gets decorated and laid out. So that is the plan for us to go early in the Winter Wonderland season. Obviously, it normally starts mid-November, so we'll be kind of early on, and we'll try and get those videos out as early as we can. And then hopefully, again, things can always change, but hopefully we should be back at Sherwood for Christmas again, which we're really looking forward to.
Yeah. Love Center Parcs at Christmas. Once you've been here for Christmas Day, nowhere else is going to compare, is it?
Yeah, just waking up here, putting those logs on the fire, going down the rapids on Christmas Day.
Yeah, so, love it.
Yeah, so the plan is 2 Winter Wonderland breaks and videos and bits as well.
Have we seen any deer yet? We did actually. We've seen muntjac and roe deer this morning on our little walk.
Yes, we did. Yeah. And where we are here, our lodge out the back, I'll see if I can show you in a minute. It's like quite a nice bit of greenery, so we've seen some deer go past and then come around the side as well.
And Andy Bloor has asked if I'll be going to the shops to buy any new magnets and pins.
Of course.
Now, that is something I definitely will not be doing, which will probably not come as any shock to anyone who's watched the videos. But I will walk in there and have a look, and I'll let you do it. You can waste your money on them if you like, I'm not.
So who's driving to Winfell? It is a long journey. Most places are a long journey for us though, to be fair.
Yeah, for us they are, but it is you, because it's actually my birthday and there's only arrived there, so I do not want, well, we're hoping that we'll stop off somewhere for a few days on the way actually and just kind of like break the journey up a little bit, but yeah, I don't fancy driving on my birthday, so I'll just be dealing with the dogs, so actually that'll probably be more stressful.
Yeah. Yeah, so my turn to drive. We do take it in turns.
Yeah.
And we've got other stuff in between as well, so non-Center Parcs related. I know that obviously not everyone who is subscribed wants to see all the other stuff. And I get it. We put out a video from like our Florida trips, and people are like, "When's Center Parcs coming up?" There's always going to be more Center Parcs stuff. Don't worry about that. We do love Center Parcs.
It's just that you don't get as many videos from them, do you? But we're hoping that this will be something that we'll do more often when we come up. I've actually quite enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And it's nice actually just like chatting to you all. I know that I keep looking at the screen, which is down there. I'm not looking at Dave's like crotch area.
It can if you want.
It's too early for that. But yeah, we thought that actually doing a live, like on the first night was the idea of our trip, was a nice way for us to kind of get settled in, to chat to you guys, to share our thoughts on any of the recent Center Parcs news, because there's always changes happening, and we thought that was always a good way to like chat about it without talking about it in like our normal kind of vlog videos, because obviously they come out much later. So yeah, hopefully this will go well, and hopefully you guys will be interested in us doing more. If you are enjoying this live, then it'd be really helpful and much appreciated if you could give it a like. I think if you're on a mobile device, if you just tap the screen twice, it should make it give it a thumbs up. If you are watching it some other way on your TV, for example, then I've no idea. But if you can give it a like, please do. That'd be great.
Where Harper's biggest fan, is he okay? He is okay. We've had to put him in the bedroom though, because he will not be able to settle while we're doing this live. The camera will be getting knocked all over the place with his tail. So yeah, we just had to put him away. But he did get loads of honey on his licky mat, so he's happy. He's doing all right out there.
Yeah. Liv asked, what activities are you up to today? If you could do only one activity, excluding rapids, for the rest of your trips, what would you pick? If you could only do one activity.
Oh. I find questions like this quite stressful. I can't pick just one.
I mean, we do have a little spa break.
Spa come into my head, but obviously we're not doing it, well, unless we're going tomorrow actually. Yeah, like maybe we are, but I'm not aware of going to any spa things. But I do love a spa session. We always talk quite fondly of the spa when we're not here. So, yeah, I think maybe the spa has got to be up there.
Yeah. But then, I do really like adventure golf. I like doing it at each different site. And when you've got like different groups of people, you always have a good laugh. And we did the Tag Challenge Arena at Sherwood. We did that in the summer when we were there with our friends Annie, Pete and Oscar. And there will be some videos coming from that trip on my channel. And also I know that Annie vlogged it as well for her channel. So there should be lots of Center Parcs videos from that. That was Sherwood in June. And we did the Tag Challenge Arena there. And we really enjoyed it, to the point where you were like, actually, I want to do it again in December when we go back. So
really good fun, but you do need to be relatively fit to be able to do it, because it was harder work than I was expecting. Yeah, I know we're not exactly, but I mean, we like had sweat dripping off us, and there was like adults who had done it. They went in for the first half and then didn't carry on with the second half. They just let the kids do it. But yeah, if you want to tie the kids out as well, book them onto that.
Yeah.
We have got. Are we going to Longford Forest one day? The short answer is yes. When, we're not quite sure. We've worked out the logistics of how we can get there, because it's not very easy again for us to do it. We're going to end up leaving Harper at home, and we'll probably jump on a flight from Exeter over to Dublin, hire a car from Dublin and drive that way. But it's just a case of like making that all work. Yeah.
And that could be a quicker journey than coming to Longleat.
Well, yeah, it could be actually, yeah. So maybe we'll end up going to Longford more often in the future.
But on that note, we have been planning our trips for next year, and early next year we're hoping, fingers crossed, where we are going to do our first Center Parcs abroad.
Yeah.
So a little exclusive there. So hopefully, would you go to the one in France? We will hopefully be going to one of the ones in France next year, Tracy. That is high on the list of things we want to do. So
yeah. And then someone has said that they've just got back home from Longleat actually, despite the rapids closure. It's gutting when that happens on your trip, isn't it? But they had a good time, and they did have the spicy chips, so it's good to hear.
So, right, let me quickly show you around this lodge at the back, just so you can see a bit of the Center Parcs goodness, and then we'll quickly run through some of the news, because I'm also aware the time is ticking on. We're keeping you, and we need to get going soon to head down to our first activity. But let's give you a quick look around. So if I do this, it should just turn around. Ta-da! So yeah, this is Lodge 399. And look at this. So it's a really nice outlook. Like I say, this is one of the lodges which has newly been made into a dog lodge. We've got a little Robin on the barbecue. Hello, Mr. Robin. Yeah, and then just, I won't go traipsing down because I will slip over. But just here, there's a little pond. And then you've got obviously lodges over there, but they're set quite far away. So they can't see me doing this, hopefully. And then on this side, they're all staggered quite nicely. So you're not like opening up on your patio with people right next to you. And obviously September, you know, everything's all grown up quite high right now with it being the end of the summer going into autumn. But yeah, isn't it lush?
Is everyone looking at me now?
Yeah. So there's been a lot of Center Parcs news lately. So we thought we'd quickly recap or kind of run through some bits. And like I say, we'll give you our quick opinions on anything as we go. So number one, Center Parcs Scotland, a whole new village. Very, very excited about the developments going on there. So yeah, Center Parcs officially planning their first village in Scotland and the Scottish borders. And I don't know if anyone caught that CGI fly through they did, where you could kind of imagine what the layout was going to look like, but it looked really good. So that was announced in November 24. It's had its local engagement activities. It's now been submitted for planning and waiting on the council, who should be responding by late 2025. And if their plan is approved, which fingers crossed, because obviously they had looked at a site much closer to us on the south coast, but then that site was a no-go, wasn't it? So this one's much further away, but
it was on the wrong side of the south coast, to be fair.
Yeah.
So,
but if it's approved, then it could start building from early 2027 to open in 2029. So that would be very exciting to have a brand new Center Parcs in the UK. And you know, if they do go ahead of it, and Center Parcs, if you want someone to go and give you some early vlog reviews, drop us an email. I'm not sure if they are up for that. So yeah, what do you guys think about Center Parcs Scotland and that site? Now, there's a lot of people who go to Winfell because that is the closest one if you are up in the north of the country. You know, Scottish Borders might be another one that's closer for you.
yeah. Someone has said actually that they're disappointed with the fact that it's not going to be in a forest, but I think like with like Woburn say as well, you see that it takes time for it to kind of like mature, doesn't it? So I'm sure they'll plant loads of trees and stuff when they do it, but I think it'll be a while till it's like as foresty as like Longleat, say, or Sherwood. But yeah, no, we get that. I imagine that Longford is probably still quite like that as well. Yeah. Do you prefer the more open air plaza of Sherwood, Elton, Scotland versus Winfell or Longleat with the more tropical enclosure? Oh, I like them all. Yeah, I think like in Sherwood in particular feels really nice that it's all outdoorsy in the winter, but then Longleat also feels really nice because it's warm in there in the winter, so like you don't have to worry about like the rain or anything like that. So there's advantages to both, really. I think, isn't there?
I really like the indoor. I love the Longleat Plaza. I think when you first walk in and you've got that subtropical palms and stuff, and like some of the restaurants there are really nicely decorated and stuff. And yeah, obviously Elveden did used to be enclosed once upon a time.
Yeah. Oh, and like Joey's just written exactly that. So yeah.
Other Center Parcs news. What about the Lodge rebrand? Oh, I've just had a pop-up telling us we've got 1 hour until Venturenettes.
I had that come up not that long ago. But I thought that we had less time.
Yes,
than that,
we do.
So, yeah,
we do. So executive lodges now renamed to forest lodges. So this is now your first look at a forest lodge, everyone. Ooh, how exciting.
who cares? I don't. Like, I'm not really that, but it's the same thing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I just think things like that sometimes just create a bit of confusion, but
So what Center Parcs said is they changed it from executive lodges, which is what this one was previously known as, to a forest lodge. Executive hotel rooms are now forest hotel rooms. Executive apartments are now forest apartments. And the reason being that based on feedback, executive felt too formal and was also confused with exclusive lodges. And I can understand that executive and exclusive, like if you weren't like Center Parcs diehards, like you'd be like, oh, what have we booked? I'm not sure. And then you get confused thinking you've got certain things you haven't. So I can understand that, try and make that a bit clearer. But then you go, okay, so now you've got woodland lodges and forest lodges. And tell me that they're not going to be confusing for people.
yeah. Like, I just don't get it. It doesn't feel like a good use of time. I don't know. Someone's obviously justified their job, haven't they, by that? Sorry.
Okay, we're definitely not getting invited to Center Parcs Scotland now, are we? Let's.
This is the problem with going online.
Yes, it is the problem. It is the problem. But what do you think? Does Forest Lodge sound better than Executive Lodge? Will you just carry on calling it Executive Lodge? Will you still call it a villa? Because, you know, once upon a time, these weren't even lodges, were they? So.
Yeah, villa when I was a kid. Yeah.
So.
I still called them villas when we started coming back here again, didn't I, together? But no, I think I have got into it, calling it a lodge.
So what are people saying?
So we've actually heard from Kevin. So Kevin, it's really nice to see you. How you doing?
Hi,
Okay.
Kevin.
It fits with the theme, I guess. Someone says. Other people, Tracy, agree with me, and Paige still calls them a villa as well. So, yeah, no one's really that bothered. People don't seem to have a strong opinion either way, do they?
I think there'll be some strong opinions on the next few bits of news though. So what about we get staggered lodge entry times? So lodge entry is now staggered between 2 and 4 p.m. based on booking. Your entry time shown in your booking confirmation or on the app. So you can still pay for early check-in, which applies to woodland lodges and forest lodges. But so now if you've got kind of the more expensive lodges, you automatically can come in earlier. And depending on what class of lodge and how much you paid for those lodges you're staying in, if you pay for early check-in, then you can get in a little bit earlier. So in the future, what would it mean for us?
So, like, if you're in one of these, so a forest lodge, you will now be able to get in from 1 o'clock with your early check-in, because the normal time would be 3 o'clock for people. So that's quite positive, isn't it? But it's for the people who would say, for example, stopping at Noah Woodland Lodge, theirs remains the same.
2 o'clock for early check-in.
It's a bit more tiered on the accommodation levels. And like, I put a poll on my Instagram actually. I don't know if you've got the results written down there, but it was actually more mixed than I thought, because I can see why people think it's a negative thing. I really can. For me, I feel like it's positive for us in a selfish way. But a lot of people felt like it was just kind of just making it more like for rich people.
Yeah, I can understand that kind of sense of if you've got the more money, then you can get in earlier. I mean, I also think I feel really bad for whatever staff member has to be stood there trying to control the traffic coming out of the car park, because we've definitely seen it before when we have had early check-in and we've gone to come through the car park. I think Woburn is one, because you have to go through the car park and then come through the barrier. So we were in the queue with our early check-in thing, and all the cars in front hadn't paid for early check-in, but were just thinking they could carry on through. And then the person at the front checking in was like, no, you need to go back round into the car park. So I definitely don't envy that member of staff who's going to be there. So if you are in that queue, or if you're dealing with a member of staff, as you would any member of staff you're dealing with, be polite, be friendly, be courteous.
Just follow the rules, really. I mean, like, Center Parcs really need to, I think, manage it like properly, because if they don't, then it's just going to cause chaos, isn't it? So yeah, be interesting.
Yeah. Has anyone got any hot takes on the staggered check-in? People saying it's the best thing they've changed. I think it's a good idea. They are giving away early entry to the smallest groups of lodges first. Not a great sign, really. A lot of people were saying they already pay for it, so earlier would be better. I always stay in a standard large, so I don't think it makes much difference to me. I already pay for early check-in for our next break, so it's a nice surprise to find out we can get in even earlier.
So again, it's like it's more positive, but yeah, kind of there are a few negatives thrown in there as well. Be interesting to see.
Yeah, and then this one, I'm going to see the chat now go.
Yeah.
The hot topic of all the recent Center Parcs changes and bits of news is of course the pool times. So if you're not familiar, if you've not seen the news about it, so from the 10th of October this year, the new opening time for the Subtropical Swimming Paradise is 9 a.m. So that opens an hour earlier because it was up until October. It's always been a 10 a.m. opening. The new closing time, however, comes forwards as well. So now the pool completely closes at 8 p.m. whereas at the moment it's open till 9 p.m. They're also introducing a quiet hour on Sundays and Wednesdays from 9 till 10, where there'll be no waves, no music, no slides. So that's meant to be a more calm, sensory-friendly session. So that's good for accessibility, obviously, a calmer start. What's the take on it?
Yeah, I think I do think actually there's it's a good idea to have the quiet time and all of that because it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Some people do require things like that, don't they? So that's a nice idea. I think like they should have just done that in addition to they've upset a lot of people who are kind of like more like go on as adults or like adults with teenagers and all of that who would make more use of the evening things. I know that the Facebook groups blew up with it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like, and it was very overwhelmingly negative feedback on there.
And 9 p.m. like it used to close later, didn't it?
I would take it to be 10.
I think it used to close at 10, so 9 came forwards. Oh, I can see somebody, as you said, I hate the fact it's closing early. I remember when it used to say open until 10. Yeah, exactly, Holly. So the fact that it's gone from 10 to 9, and I think people on the whole accept 9 o'clock, that still gives you a chance, especially through the winter months, to be out there when it's dark, and there's that magic, isn't there, of being in the outside pool or going down the rapids at night when it's cold out and the water's warm. Oh, love it. But yeah, 8 p.m. just feels like it's far too early.
Yeah, like unless you're here on a winter break or during those months with reduced daylight, you're not going to be able to get the swims in, are you? So I messaged Center Parcs actually pretty much straight away because I think you've got to kind of like say something, because if you're not prepared to say something and you don't give them that feedback, like, you know, they can't say they didn't know. So did I think they would listen to me? No, I did not. But I still made the effort to write a thing. And it looks like they're not budging on it, because I think there's been like petitions and
although I would say, like, if you've had those strong feelings as well and you think actually that's a real shame, it's really going to be a loss, do drop them a message either on their social media channels or through email or whatever, because if you look at the Pancake House, in the last kind of year or so, the Pancake House menu was changed and they got rid of the stacks, they had different things on the menu, and people really weren't happy about it. People definitely felt like the menu changes weren't good, didn't they? And it took a bit of time, but Center Parcs did then come back with the stacks and some of those things back on the menu and said it was in response to the feedback they had. So, I mean, maybe I'm clutching at straws, maybe I'm like fingers crossed, but I'd like to think if people do make their voices heard and do say that actually this is a real negative move, that they might consider changing it back, and fingers crossed. That's my take on it.
We can only feed it back and hope for the best. We can't make any of the decisions, can we? So, but yeah, generally people agree that they're not happy about it closing earlier. Tracy said it's a brilliant idea for the new Ride to the Virgin for the early. I agree, absolutely, of course it is. But yeah, other than that, everyone seems to agree. Yeah. Sorry, I'm struggling to actually read it in my eyes. Yeah. So I think everyone's on the same page, really, aren't they? It's a good thing for people with sensory issues, but it's not a good thing for people who like a late night swim.
Yeah, I love that we're all going to kick off, because that's a you thing.
I'm calling the police.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's all of the kind of key recent news. And I know like a few people have messaged on Instagram to say, what do you think about it? Which we love to hear from people. We love to chat to you all because we all have a shared love of Center Parcs. But yeah, we were like, all right, let's have a chat on here as well, and we kind of give a bit more detail about our thoughts. If anyone from Center Parcs happens to watch this, I mean, I don't think they will.
They don't care.
I don't think they will, but you know. So that was all of the things that we had planned to cover. So we've got a couple of minutes and then we are going to have to wrap up because we need to get ourselves ready to go and start our day with the adventure nets. And obviously go and check in with Harper before we go. So any last questions coming in or anything people wanted to say, then let's have a quick look at the chat. And just a reminder, if you have enjoyed this live, do give it a like, please. Either by hitting the thumb icon if you're watching it on your like iPad or something, or double tapping the screen if you're watching it on a mobile device, a mobile phone. Let's get some good likes on this. That'd be helpful to let us know it's worth trying again in the future.
I've actually enjoyed doing it as well.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
It would go even better with a glass of wine or an Aperol Spritz, but for now I've just got water.
Yeah.
No one's asked any questions.
100% do a live again. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
No questions. Right, come on then, let's go.
So I think at this point there's been 39 people on here, which is fantastic. So we've got some recommendations of other sites to check out in the future. Loved this live interaction with fans, guys. And if anyone happens to be here this weekend or see us in the future, please come and say hello, because we actually genuinely always love when we get to stop and talk to people who have caught any of our videos.
I am always a bit startled by it though, so yeah, apologies if I look at you like, what?
You're like, oh.
And I've been stopped in public a couple of times, which, if you...
You have one. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, which has thrown me even more, so...
Yeah. So we're going to get on with our weekend. We'll be sharing stuff on Instagram. We're going to, in terms of like videos on the channel, because I have got a bit of a backlog, so I'm going to carry on with some more from our Florida trip in May. And then we'll probably, in a few weeks' time, try and get some of the Center Parcs Sherwood stuff out. So there'll be some Center Parcs vlogs in the near future. Then finish off with the rest of our May trip. Then we'll have these videos out. And then we are deep into Halloween spooky season, and we are flying over to California as well, because it's my big birthday. It's my 40th in October. So we are going over to California, which I cannot wait. Going to live my OC life. We're doing some parks over there. We're also doing some beaches, some shopping, lots of food, and we'll be vlogging all of that as well. And then we come back and it'll be Winter Wonderland time. So loads of stuff that we're looking forward to filming and sharing. And thank you for anyone who ever turns up, watches the videos and leaves comments, likes, all of that stuff is very, very appreciated.
Sorry, I was trying to look at the chat, but I'm clicking buttons, so I'm like missing people's comments. So sorry, I can't see them all.
Right. Love this live. Thanks, guys. Lovely start to the morning. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have an amazing stay. We loved it. Thank you. Thank you, Beth. Thanks, Tracy. Thank you, Nick. Thanks, Kevin. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. You live vicariously through us both. Oh, wow. Thanks so much for joining us, Pooty Flump. Have a great time. Can't wait to see those videos. Fantastic. Well, on that note, thank you very much, everyone. And I'm going to figure out how to finish this live now. Now we've got it started.
Because we're going to go, bye, and then you're going to be going, oh.
Right, take care of yourselves, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Bye.